the best show to talk about my faction. Can get me and Max reactions. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, not my normal video. I've lost my voice. I'm sick. Might not be streaming for a day or two. We'll see how that is. But I finally beat the Dom Mysterio match and want to share it with you guys. This will not be a full commentary. I'll pop in and out during spaces to save my voice. The first thing I wanted to talk about was when you start the match, just start striking him. And there's two reasons for that. You need to get MFP for strikes in anyways, and it'll help damage his head red. Not that you'll have a problem with that during the match. But the other thing is, it allows you to counter his finisher quite a bit easier. I found the window for reversal post... if he reverses your punch, then he goes for his finisher, and I just found the window to reverse it much easier. And I've started most of my tries draining all three of his finishers before he had a chance to get them. And because he has wet blanket, that's a big deal. So yeah, because he can take your finishers away. If he stuns you and hitting one finisher on you will stun you. So that would be my initial suggestion there. All right, next up, and I got to give Penny Bomb a big shout out here because this was in his strategy. So I want to make sure that I'm not taking credit for that. But get these stairs out. Take them both off, and you can throw them at Finn, and Finn is not going to reverse them. You'll see I spend a lot of the match tossing stairs at him. Eventually I'll get another one in the ring. But you can literally pick them up and toss them when he gets up. And I did not see him reverse them once. It does a good amount of damage to them, to Finn. So, and I was getting some taunts while we were doing that there. So, abuse and use those stairs would be my suggestion. Now, what I'm about to do here is actually put a submission move on Finn. And the reason we're doing that is because Finn has resiliency, and you want to take that off before he gets into the casket. Now, it was a little early for me to apply it here, but I wanted to see where we were at. So yeah. Now what I'm doing is we're just alternating in and out of the ring, throwing the stairs at him, just to give you a little bit of room to breathe, and so that if he runs at you, his drop kick, which is pretty low, has pretty good reach. So it just gives you a little bit more room to play with when he's coming into the ring, or depending upon where he gets in, you can throw it at him as soon as he gets into the ring, and then when he's on the outside, he'll run towards you typically, and you can throw the chair at him that way.
And this one could be moving to ringside.
Oh man, chucking the steps right into them.
And he comes in under the ropes now.
Diamond-plated steel coming at you. This is beyond personal now. This is about putting the competition out of action. Balor not backing down one bit.
Heading back into the ring now.
I don't know what he's got in mind heading to the floor here.
Come on, stop this. Your point's made. No need to keep on doing this. And he re-enters into the ring. Watch out, tossing those steel steps like they're nothing.
Now this is just overkill. This is just unnecessary. This is no way to treat any human being. The unrelenting offense from these superstars, the will to keep going. But in the high front splash by Dominic Mysterio.
Now, I normally use the hold method for these matches. I turned it off, hold, and went to tap. And actually, I researched a better way to tap the button on the controller, which made it much more successful for me getting out of these situations when I had to tap the button. But it basically involves putting the button or putting the controller on the desk and then kind of getting your index finger into a pinch and holding your arm straight so that your muscles tense up in it, and then basically shaking your hand with your finger, and it presses the button quite a bit faster. I was actually impressed with how that worked, and it worked really so well that I was able to get Finn in at the end after struggling with the hold input forever. So if you've been struggling with the hold input and you're not great at mashing the button, this might be a way to do it. I actually found it quite useful. I'm still going to go back to the hold method for most events, but I found this one to work pretty well.
You can feel the WWE Universe reverberating off every corner in this building. We've got a struggle on our hands to close the casket.
They may survive. They're fighting.
Not ready to put the lid on this one yet. Apparently closing that casket is easier said than done.
Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time. Diamond-plated steel coming at you.
And Dominic is now dictating the pace.
Finn is being worked on heavily.
Headed back.
All right, this is where I got a little bit tired of working with Finn in the ring, so I decided to take him to the crowd area to work on him. You'll have a little toolbox in the back here that you can use, and basically you can find some weapons and stuff that you can use in there. But what I really wanted to do was just really work on Finn's resiliency here, and getting him to submit to me and use his resiliency so that we could get him into the coffin a little bit easier when it is time to get him into the, or I said coffin, casket, same thing. Get him in there. So you're going to see me here multiple times trying to get Finn's resiliency used with submission moves, and it takes a few for him to get to a point where he uses it, but once that's done, that's going to set the stage for us getting him into the coffin.
This is about purely calculated punishment. He's got to pry his way out of this submission and does. Balor muscling Hump his opponent. 1916 from Balor. Well, now he definitely has him right where he wants him. Or where he wants him is in the casket, Saxton. He better get to work. And my word, this has been a match for the ages. This has been a monumental affair. Ripping at the eyes. Hooked up. 1916. That's going to lower Dominic's chances as this match goes on. Yeah, Balor wants to wreak as much havoc on his opponent as possible. Ooh, and he manages to reverse. Kick gets caught. Each athlete finding an answer for everything thrown at him. He dodges out of danger. Oh. The suspense this crowd is feeling is palpable. They are waiting with bated breath for what's to come next. Balor going for broke. 1916. The window for opportunity is wide open. Can't waste any time now. Pressing their foot right into the gut. That's got to hurt. Extraordinary offense from Balor. Dominic needs to reassert himself back in this match. Ooh, chopped that chair right at him. Lands the elbow. Right to the arm. Dominic with a reversal. Crucial turnaround there. Keeps Dominic away from more danger. Dominic was getting beaten down, but he could have just changed the pace with that move. Oh, man. Might as well be in the batting cage now. God, that hurt. Boom! Taking full advantage of the foreign object in play here. Back-to-back attacks. Come on. This has gone way too far. Just stop this already. With the counter. He isn't taking this lying down anymore. And this moment could be what jumpstarts his comeback. And Finn Balor connected nicely there. Rocked his opponent. Watch out. Elbow drop, big time. And he was able to turn that around on Balor. Michinoku driver. Boom. Oh, hold on. Is he thinking of a submission here? Remarkable power being shown here. And this is just to send a message. No motive here, but to just deliver loads of harm to your opponent. A single leg camel clutch and a great counter. Well-placed kick. Quick back elbow. Detail. Kick to the midsection. Setting them up. Canadian destroyer. This is it. Can he get him over to the casket? Uh-oh, this is not going to look pretty. Submission being applied. Submission is in tight, but is this the smartest form of attack right now? Victory is only possible in the ring. This is just about displaying your control in this match. Right now he's looking for any way to break out of this, and he does. Boom! Michinoku driver.
All right, now this is where I finally get a submission in, and I'm able to make him use his resiliency. You'll see the little resiliency icon flash in a second on his little hut area there, and that means that he won't be able to do that to get out of the cough again. This is essential. You need to make sure you do it.
Take over with a snapmare. Oh, man, a face scrape with his boot.
Now I've decided that it's time to go back to the ring. We've managed to get his resiliency off. So now we can work on getting him into the casket. So I'm heading back to the ring here. Once I'm in the ring, I'm going to grab the stairs and we're going to toss him in again. And we're going to start using some of the finishers and signatures we've managed to save up here against him, so we can get to weaken him. The more times you get him in the casket, the better. He's going to take a few times before he's actually going to let you finish the match and pin him. But yeah, that's essentially what you're going to see in this section here.
Now's as good a time as any to capitalize and get them into the casket. Yeah, but it's not going to be easy. They are completely out right now. Tossed into the casket. It's about to get very dark in there. Trying to force the casket closed to end this thing. There's no way they're going to prevent doomsday here. Close call for that superstar. How the hell did they survive? Here he comes, sliding back into the ring. Boom. Just sent crashing to the arena floor. Taking this match to the outside. He's heading back to the ring. He's rummaging for some sort of equalizer underneath the ring. And he's going with the great equalizer here, this steel chair. And now Mysterio has all gears in motion. Finn is being worked on heavily. Look at the hard, dirty Dom on point with the frog splash. Now's the perfect time to take him to his final resting place.
So we're going for the closing the casket again. I'm still using that tapping method with my finger. Actually, I thought we were really close to closing it here. I thought this was really going to be it. It wasn't. It took a little bit more work. But this is just continuing to hit signatures and finishers on him and throwing him in stunned to eventually get to this point.
And they got out of the casket. Thankfully.
All right, finally, we hit him with the chair one more time. We're gonna go up. We're gonna go up for the frog splash. We're gonna land the frog splash. He's gonna be stunned, and we're gonna throw him in. This is it. So at this point, we get him into the casket. I do a quick taunt and then do the tapping method with my finger and kind of shaking my arm, and it worked really, really well. So yeah, I would look into trying to do that going forward if you're struggling with this type of match. Now, this match isn't fun, but it is doable. I'm sorry if you're struggling. Just keep working at it like I did, and I think you can get it too. If you found this video helpful at all, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I do lots of content, and my voice normally sounds better. Normally I have a video webcam and my voice and everything throughout the, like, full commentary, and just not the best weekend for me so far. So, but I just want to thank everybody who checked out the video, and thank you for the patience while I got this to you, because it took me, I can't tell you how many hours to beat this match. But we've got it done now. I'm never going to have to do it again. We've got Roxanne, and we can now do the Ultimate Challenge. Now on to some Royal Rumble matches. Featuring Javon Evans and Sol Ruka. So hit like and hit subscribe if you want to get more content like that. Oh yeah, we live stream too. You don't want to miss the live streams. Anyways, guys, thanks so much, and we'll talk later.